Say hi. Hi.
What do you do in the process of disappointment? What is your state of mind, or what is your response to the disappointment?
You have your own crucibles. It can be as small as not being given pocket money for 3 months to teach you something very small. But as people, we never want to have a self-introspection. But what kind of mindset do you have? Yeah, what do you feed your thoughts with?
Let's discuss on those two questions. What does waiting teach us, and what do we do in that waiting?
We have two options. You have an option to do something, or you have an option to wait. And when we exercise the option of waiting, when we exercise patience, we are basically taking control away from ourselves. I have the power to do something. I have the power to find a solution and implement that solution. But the reward that I'm going to get from implementing my plan is not the same reward that I will get when I wait for God and let Him implement His plan.
It reveals you to yourself. We all have an idea of who we are, and especially as Christians, we all feel that we're kind of better than the others who are outside, because we feel like we have a lot of safety nets, and not just the safety nets, but we have a lot of tools available to us, right, to fight spiritual things, right? But then when you are now sitting in the queue, right, it reveals to you that actually you don't have patience the way you think you do. When you are in anger and you say something because you're angry, then you realize I'm not actually as kind as I thought I was.
Because all we are saying is wait patiently, wait patiently. I mean, for those that have studied English, wait patiently means to be pained more, because as much as you are waiting, you are still paining.
Yes.
Now the question is now, look now at the memory text, Galatians, the fruits of the Spirit, long suffering and so forth. How do I imply that while I'm in pain?
Yeah.
You know what I do, what I've done? I refocus in the waiting. I turn the focus around away from the pain to the character of God.
Shield me under the shadow of thy wings. I don't wanna walk alone. My Savior walk with me
And lead my way.
Watching the disciples walking among them to see if there were some people that's willing to share their food with them.
Let me ask again the question. If you were the man, the owner of the shop, and then she did that to you, and then she comes back to you asking for forgiveness, and then now you must just pay her $10 instead of paying her $90, what would you do? You would accept?
I would accept, but I would also give her $10 more.
Whose child is this? That is okay. We will talk later. Okay, parents, please close your eyes. She's shy.
Thank you, God, for bringing us safely to church. Thank you for keeping us safe all these days.
Happy Sabbath, Rehoboth. Amen. That's better.
Think about how willing Jesus was and still is to save you. And why are you not willing to give of your means to help save others? You see, in our handling of wealth, our loyalty is a determinant of how much we trust in God.
How long has it been since you've talked to Jesus? How long since you've seen His face? His Lord. mean what they say.
Mag dit wees dat ons harte net weer opnuut na die Here toe getrek is. En dit is weer 'n nuwe besluit maak. Ek wil aan die Here getrou bly, kom wat wil.
He looks like he knows.
I do that a lot. I make people believe.
I'm singing hallelujah, hallelujah. All the glory to you. You are the only one. You are the only one. You're the one. You're the only one. You're the one. You're the only one. Ahoo, 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 ahoo. Eu canto a Deus com gratidão. Where doubts arise and fears dismay, though some may dwell where these are bound, my prayer, my aim is higher ground. Going afar, going afar, upon the mountains, bringing the word.
We are here as higher praise to remind you that God is more reliable than a companion, holds you tighter than a life jacket. God has peace passing all understanding that comforts and soothes better than any song. God is wiser than Google.
Ken hom in al jou wye, dan sal hy jou paaie gelyk maak. Wees nie wys in jou eie oë nie. Vrees die Heer en wyk af van die kwaad.
Diseases on Kava,
first king of Israel? Oh, no. Yes, you may stand. Okay, next question. What is the ninth commandment? Oh, that fits in time. Okay, Abraham's hand goes first. Sorry? No. The hand after you was Owen. Yeah? No, that's not it. Okay.
Do not bear false witness.
Correct, you may stand. You shall not give false witness or bear false witness. Question number 1, true or false? Jesus was an only child.
I was first. The 7-year-old was
False. Okay,
James.
Okay, yes, correct. What is the shortest book in the Bible?
My head was tough.
I think I saw your hand next. The shortest book.
It's close. Okay.
Good job. Okay, Rosie?
No, it's fine. You said, yeah. Philemon.
No, okay. No.
Okay, Pastor's hand was next. That is correct. In what language was the Old Testament given mostly? Ooh. Yes, that is correct. The most books in the Bible. Rosie? Yes, you may be seated.
Jesus set me boy for man. Jesus set me boy for man. Ara op my kop, dit is my hande, dit is my voete.
Feed the hungry first before you start preaching the Bible verses.
Amen. Amen.
Love the forgotten before you go to hospital and start saying, we are an Adventist group and we are here. These are people in the hospital and you are saying we are an Adventist group. We know they are Adventists, yes, but what do you have for us? Feed them. In winter, give them blankets. After they are done, then you say, by the way, the God that I serve that sponsored you blankets says,
Amen. Amen. Amen.
In the shadow of your wings, for you have been my strength in times of trouble, a tower above my enemies, and Lord, I will abide with you forever. In the shadow of your wings, in my prayer, O Lord. Mulibang mushilo, imwe mulibang mushilo, kabumba lesa imwe mulibang mushilo. Abantu bose betha beshinalenu, katila lesa imwe mulibang mushilo. Fellowship, one another, as we walk in the light. Fellowship, one another, as we walk in the light. Oh, there's nothing as sweet as fellowship, as we share each other's love. De festa aberta, de coração Cristo.
We would just like to thank you on behalf of Rehoboth. I would like to extend a warm thanks.
All the times I just want to be safe in His arms, living in the cleft of the rock.
Get-o, bye-bye, get-o. Get-o, get-o. Carry you, bye bye, carry you.
May the light of the Lord shine on you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. May the light of the Lord shine on you. Happy birthday.
Look, I'm the defender. You are getting the ball. Yeah.
And then if you are defending, you want to score. Sorry.